Hi, I'm Matt Shapiro.
And I'm Hutch Dano, and you're listening to the DJ Dani Show.
Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2016. Welcome to the DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net, stream HR2. I'm your host, DJ Dani. I'm very sorry about my voice right now. I'm actually recently getting over a horrible cold. I think it's allergies mixed with a cold. So please excuse my voice if it sounds horrible. Anyways, to find out who my guest is or any other information about me, you guys can check out www.facebook.com/DJ Dani for more information. And before I announce my guest, I actually have two announcements. So SOLCBD, you can go to HamiltonRadio.net and you get to click on the links to go to their products. It's like all natural cannabis oil and it has no TBH. I think that's what it was. And then we have discount vacations. You can email admin1@hamiltonradio.net. And if you want any more information on that, you can go to dreamlinevacations.com. And I'm joined on Skype with DJ Friktion.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
I am doing great, actually. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. I'm here to have a good time with you guys today, and I appreciate you guys inviting me on the show.
No problem. So everyone that's literally tuning in right now, I met this guy through an app called Live Me. Everybody does not know about Live Me, and it's like really sad because this is like my new life right now. I think you can download Live Me on, I have an Android, so I know it's on the Google Play Store. I think you can get it on Apple Store, right? I don't know if you have an iPhone.
Yeah, I think it's the Google App Store is where I got mine.
Yeah. And basically what you do is you download the app and you can just go live and you can make money if you get a lot of diamonds and meet a lot of cool people and friends. I went live, I think, twice, and then DJ Friktion appeared in my room and he asked, "Hey, what's this all about? You really a DJ?" Blah, 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 blah. Started talking. He's my guest. Here he is today.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, he is.
So what's going on, guys? What's the plan?
The plan is to interview you to get to know you better.
Oh boy, just don't make me start blushing. And, don't make me start crying or anything like that. I'll be okay.
Nah, you should be good. So why don't you tell us where you're originally from?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I lived in Bridgeport, Connecticut the majority of my life. I've been living here in Central Florida, though, for about 11 years or so.
So born and raised, basically.
Born and raised in Connecticut, correct.
And how was the weather there compared to where you are now?
Connecticut, well, you know what? I'll tell you this. I don't miss the snow like you guys get. Your summers are not probably as hot as our summers here in Central Florida right now, but I don't miss the snow, for sure.
Well, I don't think we like the snow, for sure. Now, do you like the hot air where you are now?
What's that?
Do you like the hot air where you are now, or do you prefer to,
I'll tell you what. The first year that I lived here in Florida, it was a little rough for me because the heat was just overbearing. But once you get used to it, your blood starts to thin out a little bit, and you seem to kind of get used to the sun here. So it doesn't really bother me as much anymore.
Well, I know a lot of people would like to know, and I'm dying to know, what your inspirations were that got you into theater.
Wow. Okay. Well,
yeah.
you're
I'm
going
pulling you
back
out from
on
under
me.
the rug.
All right. So I started out in theater when I was 14.
Okay.
And there's a little story, if you don't mind me telling you.
Yeah.
I actually
it's your show. Go.
No, it's your show. I'm following the leader here. No, so I started out in theater when I was 14. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I got into theater is because at the age of 14, one of my brothers was killed. He was part of a gang back in the day.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And he lived a life that that these days these young kids out there try to pretend, hey, I'm a gang member, I do this, I do that, and they get themselves into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, my brother was murdered, and my family decided, hey, listen, we need to get you out away from this life, and we need to move you to another part of the city. When they moved me to another part of the city, they wanted me to do something with myself. Okay. When I started to get into high school, I was having a lot of trouble with learning. Like, my mind was set on the streets.
And all that.
It
was hard to, look past because that just
exactly.
happened to you.
With all my experiences, I mean, I see people, die in front of me. I seen drugs. I seen all that stuff happen in front of me as a little kid.
Oh my goodness.
So growing up, I had a lot of issues. I suffered from depression for a very, very long time. But my family decided, hey, listen, we're gonna move you away, and they decided. Luckily for me, everybody in my family didn't make it through school. I'm the only one out of all my brothers and sisters that went on to college and is actually doing something really good for themselves.
Whew, well, look at you now. Literally, look at you now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm grateful. I got to meet a lot of cool people, and I actually needed a way to go ahead and express myself. And I met this really cool guy. His name is Ricky Mestri. He became my mentor in high school, and he actually introduced me into the performing arts.
That's amazing. So that's where it all came from then.
Exactly, yes. I started out acting at a very early age. I got to perform a lot in community theater. I got to become a mentor to a lot of the kids in the community theater and help them bring them into theater. Because, there's a lot of kids out there who fight family battles and have a lot of personal issues in their lives. And
it helps clear them when you're in something for fun. Like it's something you don't look past of because you're distracting yourself on stage.
Exactly. So I learned to express myself on the stage.
Yep.
And I learned that helped me feel so much better about myself and where I came from as an artist.
I bet you don't got stage fright no more.
I will tell you, I will do anything and anything on stage, and not one thing will bother me whatsoever.
That's amazing. What shows did you do at the community theater?
I did, believe it or not,
I'm an actress, so I need to know this.
This is going to be very, very embarrassing. But I was in West Side Story. Okay. I did Grease.
Oh, did you play in Grease?
I played Danny Zuko. I played Danny. Danny Zuko. I played Kaneki. I played Vince Fontaine.
You were all the T-Birds?
Yeah. I played through quite a bit of different parts in Greece. We did the tour, a summer tour. So I got to play different roles.
Goodness, nice.
It was fun.
Do you ever miss it?
I've been out of theater for about I've been out of theater for about maybe 15 years, and I miss it very, very dearly.
But what you're doing now, I mean.
Well, see, my last theater performance was performing off Broadway for the New York International Fringe Festival. I don't know if you ever heard of that festival.
Yep, that's literally the next question. But go on, you can continue.
Yes, so I performed for the New York International Fringe Festival back in 2002, a very long time ago. You were probably 3 years old, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, I'm 1997, maybe 4. I have no idea. I don't like that.
So, yeah. So, that was my last performance, and then I went on to start to work in television, but I'm sure we'll get into that later, but I'll let you go ahead with your questions.
No, you can continue if you want. That's fine. We could jump around the questions. Like I said, you're the guest. You can go wherever you want. I'm here.
I don't know. What do you like to know about what was going to be your next question? I don't want to.
It was going to be, did someone contact you to get to perform at the National Fringe Festival?
Actually, I'll tell you. There's this beautiful lady who was a true inspiration to me growing up, who was a real good role model to me. Her name is Donna Guzman. She runs a company called, what is it called? Oh my God, it's been so long.
Sorry.
Oh my God, yeah. Anyway, she runs a theater company, and she's been doing it for about 30 years, where she pulls kids from off the streets and gives them, a place to, like I said, express themselves. She's the one. She's traveled to Ireland to do performances. She's done shows in New York. She's done a lot of things. She took me under her wing, and I tell you, if it wasn't for her and my good friend Ricky today, I probably would have been in the streets doing some pretty bad stuff, man.
I'm so thankful you're not doing that.
I'm thankful, too, because you know what? If I was doing that, I would probably not be where I am. And who knows? I probably literally would not be here at all today.
Yep. I don't want to say I can see it, but I understand exactly what you mean. Because you wouldn't want to live that life.
Not at all. And I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. A lot of you young kids out there, you guys, like I said, you guys try to be the streets, but the streets will come back and they'll get you. So just you guys got. It's sad. It's kind of really, really sad to say this, but there's not a lot of after-school programs anymore, and there's not a lot of places for these young youth to go anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this real quick. And your dad runs this station, Hamilton Radio, and I think he's doing a great thing because he's taken you as his daughter to do something great. And I think he's a great role model to you as a dad. And
he is.
Thank you, man.
And that's very, very impressive. I wish there was a lot of other people out there like him.
Oh, trust me, I wish there was too. But I love my dad. I really do, for everything that he's done for me, especially with giving me a free radio show that I don't have to pay for because I'm his daughter. Ha ha. Yay. Sorry, I had to have one brag moment. I mean, come on. It's international radio. So what companies did you work for?
As for theater performing, you mean?
Yes, I think that's what was in your bio on your website.
Okay, so I got to work for a lot of major theater companies. The Downtown Cabaret Theater in Connecticut was one of my major theater experiences that I loved it so much. I also got to work for the Polka Dot Playhouse. I got to work, like I said, for the New York International Fringe Festival, and then I did a lot of community theater. Community theater,
like to perform, or did you like help with lights and stuff, like executive producer, or what did you do exactly?
I started out in acting, and I said I wanted to learn the ins and the outs of theater. So I decided to get my hands wet and learn about building sets, lighting design, all of that wonderful stuff. I even, believe it or not, I went out and I taught acting classes for a very, very long time.
That's amazing. Now, when you learned how to, like build all that sets and stuff, did you help build it? Did you ever make your own sets? Did they ever use your sets?
Yeah, my sets were used quite often. Actually, the set that we used off-Broadway was one of the sets that I built. It was for a show called Marginal Saints, which was a musical.
What was it called?
Marginal Saints.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that. My sister's a huge musical fan, so she would probably know.
It's one of those. It was a community show that was written by community theater and was brought to off-Broadway.
Okay. Oh, off-Broadway. Because yes. Heathers was off-Broadway, and a lot of people don't know about that. And that's like my sister's favorite musical. Yeah.
If you did if you probably looked it up, you could probably find some cool stuff on it. Probably some embarrassing photos too, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That means he wants me to see the embarrassing photos.
No, let's stay away from that.
All right, so the variety shows you were part of were basically for community theater and every other place that you mentioned, and you learned in and out of the place. Now, did you ever want to be like work up to an executive producer or director? Was that something you would like to do, or is that too much?
Well, actually, I was blessed enough to produce my own shows. Actually, I was. When it came to the Grease tour, I actually produced one of the Grease shows for a summer run, and I actually directed that, and it was amazing.
Was it stressful?
You know what? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment, and I'll tell you, like, I probably slept maybe 2 or 3 hours a day.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
It's a lot of work. So, I mean, anybody out there who's committed to theater and performing, you guys know what I mean. I mean, it's constant rehearsals. It's a lot of tech time. It's just. You got directors yelling at you because they want you to do things correctly.
Hi.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
One.
Exactly.
I think that's just in movies, though. I don't know if they do that really on stage. I just figured I'd, just slap my fingers together. Where can we find you?
Well, right now, I've been doing radio for quite some time. So right now, I'm not doing theater anymore, so I'm not performing. The only